Hi, it's Mike.
And this is Fran.
And this is Mike and Fran Unrehearsed, episode 43. Hey, we're getting up there, Mom. How about it?
Well, a little bit.
I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, hope you guys are all enjoying the mild weather we're having here lately. It's been just awesome. And a little rain doesn't hurt either. How about it, Mom?
Rain, hopefully.
Yeah.
We still need rain.
We still need rain, right?
Yes.
So we've been putting the plants down and up and up and down and...
Right.
So far so good. So I want to remind you guys to go to mikeandfranradio.com and check out our weekly networking events, Mondays with Cup of Joe. So go to Facebook and look for Cup of Joe Networking Group on Mondays at 8 a.m. every Monday, and you can network with like-minded individuals who are small business owners that want to meet you. Also check out Life Super app, where you can save on everything you buy in the stores with a instant cashback rebate. Also, learn how to properly monitor your finances and learn foreign languages. You can do all that with Life's Super app. There's a little 5-minute video on our website. We actually meet on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. if you're interested. And also we have telehealth for pets. So for $12.99 a month, you can access a board-certified veterinarian for any small type of issues that you have with your cat or dog. And soon we're going to be able to do that with, is it monkeys and snakes? No, what is it, Mom? No.
Never alligators,
No,
I always
it's
say.
not alligators. It's not monkeys. It's not snakes. It's the second most popular pets. So what would that be?
Birds?
That's right. It would be birds. And what did Vince have? Vince had a little thing
Rabbits?
with 2 ears. That's right, a rabbit.
Okay.
So soon we'll be able to do birds and rabbits. Anyway, that's $12.99 a month for 24/7 access to a board-certified veterinarian for anything that bothers your pet. Okay, sounds good. Thanks so much. And guys, remember to go to the top of the page and give us a small donation if you like Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. And guess what we'll send you? We'll send you our first edition of Mike and Fran's Words of Wisdom from episode 1. That's do's and don'ts, tips and hints from episode 1 of Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. So what are you going to learn? You're going to learn things like how to feel good about your English language speaking skills. That's always important. And how to earn extra money and get a good workout all at the same time. And a simple way to make your kids smarter. That's right. All those things are in our Mike and Fran's Words of Wisdom from episode 1. So give us a small donation and I'll send you your copy today. Thank you. Hey, Mom, I just want to say that it's really nice to be back home, isn't it?
Well, there's nothing like your own bed.
That's right.
Always say that.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And there's nothing like a morning coffee that comes out of your coffee machine. How about that?
Well, your way.
Well, I'm not that particular, but I just like the Keurig decaf. Pretty much any decaf will do. But if you don't have that, that's handy. Then you can just kind of, push a button and get a coffee in the morning. What are you going to do without it? Go to the store? No, I don't think so. And, of course, I love my beer can chicken, and I love my salmon. And we've done that a few times already since we've been home. So we're sort of back in the saddle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, while we were in Oregon, I did shoot a lot of video and record a lot of audio. And we're going to use a lot of that into our upcoming TV program that we're working on. Hopefully we'll have our first episode by the end of the month. So there'll be more on that on our website, mikeandfranradio.com. Thank you so much. So, Mom, what'd you do for the 4th of July?
Well, nothing spectacular in most people's eyes. I had seen my daughter for the first time since I had come back from Oregon and told her I didn't want to go anywhere, and I used her to clean out my one big walk-in closet.
Oh, wow.
I brought back some clothes or had them sent from Oregon that were, well, the right size for me, but they were some of my mother's and my sister's and stuff. And so we cleaned my whole closet out.
Wow, that's
And
something.
made a big box for Goodwill.
That's fantastic.
And everything is coordinated as to lengths and colors and stuff. So
Yeah, I've got
that's what my daughter and I did
I've got to drop off that box. That's
till
right.
about 8 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll drop off that
Yes.
box for you. Well, What did I do? What did I
Well,
do,
you
Mom?
went with Lisa and Jan
It was so long ago. Yeah, so we were looking around
to
for something
Rockford, I think.
to go to locally, and it was kind of an interesting year for the 4th of July, I think, because some of the events were kind of back and some of them were not back. So a lot of the outdoor festivals were back where you had food and carnival and rides and games and all that stuff. But there weren't a lot of music venues that made it back. So they were backing off on the crowds and things because of COVID. So it was sort of halfway back. But we went looking around online, and one of my friends, Mr. Jim Cunningham from Elk Grove Village, who plays with the band, the Rob Post Band here locally, and my friend Jana and I go to all of his shows, or as many as we can. They're just fantastic. They play all classic rock, and they're great. And Jim had a chance to sing with a band called Off Broadway out in Loves Park up there at Rivet Stadium near Rockford. And it's like a baseball field. And we went up there to listen to Jim sing with Off Broadway. And then they had Seventh Heaven up there. And then they had Cheap Trick played up there. And then they had some fireworks. And so that was where we went. And we were there like all day. We were there from like 2 to like 10. And it was interesting. It was really a casual sort of area to see a concert. Not too crowded, not too many people. Not too many people were wearing masks. But you were able to go in and out, so we could bring a 6-pack of beer in the cooler and come out and have a beer and go back in. So that was kind of nice. So it was real casual, and it was a lot of fun. And we took a lot of video and a lot of photos, and I'm going to post that on our site as soon as I get around to it. Man, I got to catch up on those videos, Bob.
What I thought was interesting about this 4th of July was I heard fireworks on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night.
Oh, wow.
Different places had them on different nights, and it seemed like for 4 nights in a row, people were popping firecrackers someplace.
Well, I think they were
For
celebrating,
shows.
their
Yeah.
independence, but also
Yeah.
maybe the fact that we're sort of moving away from COVID-19 a little bit.
Possibly.
Little by little,
Possibly.
little by little. Now, I am hearing about this, this Delta variant, right? Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Which has not been great.
No.
A lot of people are catching it quicker and more severe and et cetera.
Well, let's hope that it
And
goes
so
away.
there's in the wind that possibly we might have a 3rd shot. People that have had 2 shots, like from Pfizer, get another shot.
Are they actually
within
talking
the
about
year.
that?
No, Dr. Fauci is saying, hold on, it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
But that has been brought up. So we'll have to see. It might be like a flu shot. Everybody gets one a year.
Well,
Like you get a flu shot every year.
From what I understand,
Yeah.
the shots that we got are good for about 6 months, I think.
I do not know.
We got Pfizer. We got our first one in March, and then our second one in April.
They have to figure it out.
So 6 months would be what? April, May,
Yeah.
June, July, August,
Yeah.
September, October. Maybe October.
It
we would
might
need a
be
shot.
like the flu, that you get a flu shot every year. You get a shot for the COVID
Well, I guess we'll see.
disease.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mom, I just want to make an announcement here that we're raffling off a chance to go into outer space like Richard Branson did. How about that? Now, it's only $250,000, but yeah, right. Sure. No, we're not raffling off anything. But what's pretty cool is that he was the first owner of that type to take
He
that
beat
trip,
out
right?
the other man, Jeff Bezos or something.
Yeah, Bezos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of cool.
All right, go
and he was
ahead.
pretty thrilled. And the way he looks at it is, outer space is for everybody to explore.
Yeah.
And so he wants to give everybody the opportunity to do that. So I think that would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
So they go up there and they have like 3 minutes of weightlessness, and
Yeah,
then
it's just a
they're in
few.
outer space and they look back at the Earth, and it's
Yeah.
a wonderful, beautiful view, and then they come
Yeah.
back. And it gives you maybe a new perspective on life when you come back, I think.
Well,
Don't you think?
you're out $250,000.
Well, that's what it started at. I don't know if it's
Okay.
still at that, but anyway.
Probably more.
I just want to clear the air. We are not raffling off a ticket to outer space.
All right, go ahead.
If anybody's going out there, it's me. No,
All right.
I don't know how that's going to
All
happen.
right.
But I did do something else, Mom. George Clooney and Amal Clooney are running a sort of a I guess it's a charity campaign for us to have an opportunity to spend like 5 days with them in Lake Como, Italy,
Yeah, in his
at their home, which is
villa
pretty cool.
there.
So I did that. So I bought a ticket.
Yeah.
I think we have 2,000 entries.
Right.
We celebrate with the Clooneys at their Lake Como home. Once the pandemic is over,
Yeah.
of course. We share a toast with George and Amal to get to know them over lunch. We take a photo together to remember this day forever. And we're flown to Italy, and we're put up in a 4-star hotel. Sound good? So we'll find out if we're going on that trip around August 4th. So I'm crossing my fingers, Mom. You too?
Not really.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
well, that would be pretty cool.
All right, go
Anyway.
ahead with your stuff.
Oh, that's it. That is my stuff. I'm
All
done.
right, just explain it to them.
I did. I just did.
You weren't turned on.
Yeah, it was. It was on.
Oh,
All right, I'm going to shut up now and let Mom talk. Go ahead.
okay. I've been thinking about our trip to the fact that I went to Oregon. And when I talk about Oregon with such glow, it dawns on me that I only spent 24 years in Oregon before I left for Chicago. And there I found work, a husband, had 5 kids. And it's funny, I always figure out that Oregon is so strong in my life, but not Illinois, when I've spent over 70 years in Illinois. Wow. It was interesting about 1951, 1952 to come to Chicago, such a cosmopolitan city, and to strut down Michigan Avenue in your heels, hat, and gloves then. Got married in 1955. So we spent our first summers going home to New Jersey for about 20 years. And then in 80s, 90s, I started to go to Oregon mostly because I was then a teacher and my mother was alive, and I'd spend 6 months, not 6 months, 6 weeks to 2 months out there. And she passed away in 2004.
Well, but what I remember you saying,
But-
what I remember you saying is that you really didn't get to know your mother until way later
yes.
when you were able to go on those trips.
Yes, yes.
Right?
And then I used
And
to
that
go
was
out to
and
Oregon.
that was a fortunate thing that you were able to do.
Yeah, we took 4 trips to Europe.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, that's great.
But I always think of Oregon so glowingly, and then it ends up to say, gee, I've lived more of my life by far in Illinois.
Yeah, yeah,
And like Illinois, it's a great place.
Right.
But when I go home to Oregon, I'm just enchanted by the ocean, the mountains, the trees,
Oh,
the
yeah.
greenery. And that's where my family is, and where the early pioneer in my family were pioneers into Eugene.
Right.
But I just think it's kind of odd when I think I have been here 70 years.
Right.
Yes,
That's a long time.
yes.
So, Mom, what are some of the other places that you'd like to go to?
Well, one of the big cities that I miss going to in Europe was Paris. I would like to go to the Paris, but I would also like to go to the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Moscow, or in St. Petersburg in Russia.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. I would like to go to Greece and see the ruins in Greece, Parthenon and things. Those I'd like to for history's sake. But I also wouldn't mind going to Alaska. I have never been there.
You mean like on a cruise up there? Or?
Well, no, I'd rather get the train and go up on the train up to the north part.
Okay.
And go up to Barrows, Alaska, which is one of the most northern cities there, or towns really, in northern Alaska. But in essence, there isn't any place I really wouldn't like to go. I know I had a sister, Nancy, that always wanted to go to the Panama Canal, which probably would be interesting. I'd like to go to South America. I always wanted to go to Argentina. But I'm now at the age of 94, going on 95.
Yeah.
I'm not the best candidate for traveling all over.
Yeah, but you know what?
But you asked me where I would have liked to have gone or liked to go. That's what I'm mentioning.
Well, you know, we did go to Oregon.
Yes.
And that would have been a 4-hour flight, nonstop. And then the nonstops got canceled, and then we had a layover, so it was
Yes,
like two
yes.
2-hour flights. But you didn't do too bad. And as far as I remember, you didn't even have to get up once.
No,
you
I
know?
did well.
And I made sure to get an aisle seat for you
Yeah.
each way on every
I did
flight.
well.
And we did good. We did pretty
Yes,
good. But if
did
you're
well.
going over there, you're talking like 8 hours on a
Yes,
plane.
you are.
That-
But usually, when I went to when I came back from Europe, I usually found an empty seat by mine, and I slept all the way back. Everybody would joke; they'd be tired, and I just put my head down and slept
Wow.
all the way to New York.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, if you're lucky enough to be able to do
Well,
that.
I did.
That's great. That's great.
Yes.
What about visiting Lake Como and George Clooney? How about that?
Oh yes, you just told me about that.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah, I've been past Lake Como.
You have?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, we used to go to a restaurant named Como Inn.
Yes,
in
in
Chicago.
Chicago, right,
And from
right.
what I remember, it had like the wrought iron furniture and
Yeah.
sort of a red shag carpet,
That
maybe.
was a upper class place for us to go.
Wow.
To go to Como Inn with Dad.
Como Inn with
and
Dad.
the family. That was great.
That was a place to
We
remember.
call that better dining for us.
I think it was. And from
Yes.
what I remember, our dining room in on Northampton Circle in Elk Grove was a replica of the dining room from Como Inn because we had black wrought iron diningware.
That wasn't
furniture.
the dining room. That was in the kitchen.
Well, I don't know.
Dining room,
remember.
I had the walnut set.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had-
Okay. So it was kitchen.
was in the
but
kitchen
didn't we
table.
have a red shag carpet at one time?
Yes,
or-
we did.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
den.
Well, there you go.
I had
So
a lot of red.
I'm not completely crazy.
No, you're not.
But it was sort of a replica of Como Inn, is from what I
well,
remember.
it wasn't meant to be.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was all good. It was
Right.
all good.
Well, what about George Clooney?
Well, I want to visit him. I want to spend some
Oh,
time with
I
him.
know you like
He's my
him.
idol.
I know.
That guy's 60 years old and he's having babies like crazy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, wow, that's amazing.
Well, he's
what
the
he's
most
doing.
charming man. But how come you're saying?
But he found love sort of later in life, and he never thought that he would be a family man, and would be the last thing that he thought he would ever be. And look what happened to that guy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But
It's
what about this raffle thing you're talking
Yeah,
about?
you entered the
Well,
raffle, and
explain
we'll
it.
find out on August if we're going to be able to go.
You have a raffle to go to his home?
Well, yeah, I explained it. Were you listening?
No. Well, I was listening, but I didn't think you
George
were turned on
and
the air.
Amal Clooney
All right.
are inviting
Yeah,
people to
yeah,
join
all
them
right,
in Lake
all
Como,
right.
and it goes for their charity for a great cause.
Okay.
Basically, he wants to celebrate life as it is
Yeah.
after COVID-19.
Well, that
Let's
would be-
celebrate. Look at that.
Most interesting.
If you guys want to find out about this,
Correct.
go to amaze.com. Omaze. OMAZE.com. And, enter a couple times, but don't enter like 100 times because I'm going to win it, okay? I'm going to win it.
Don't you wish.
I'm going to go to Italy.
Don't
I'm
you
going to
wish.
spend time with George Clooney.
Yep.
And I'll probably be in his next film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't you wish?
I mean, that would be great.
pipe dreams, pipe
Hey,
dreams.
you got to
really.
dream. You got to
Well,
dream.
you're dreaming big there, boy.
I'm going to do that forever.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
All right.
So, hey, Mom, I have a question here from Robin Stern of the company called Be Better, Not Bitter, Inc. Now, this is a real interesting company. I met them on the Happy Neighborhood Project, and what they try to do is they work to assist others to overcome the struggles of the past and become the amazing and powerful people that we're all meant to be. So I guess what they do is they open up new doors and give people opportunities to excel in areas that they never thought that they could possibly do before.
Well, I think that be better, not bitter covers that.
That's what it says.
Yeah,
It's
I
be
like
better, not bitter, helping them realize their dreams in areas that maybe they never thought possible.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea. I love it. I love it. So Robin wants us to answer the question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Fran, what do you have for breakfast usually? I want to have the fire that you have at 94. So Robin says that you have fire. Would you agree that you have fire at 94?
I have interest in life,
Okay. How about fire?
and I'm on the upside. I'd rather have fire than have ashes, so
Well, there you go.
why not have fire?
I kind of like that.
Usually when someone asks that question, they refer to that at 94, I have a lot of pep, and I should be eating the right things.
That's right.
But I think what is right for me might be right for somebody else, because I don't take any sugar, and I'm low on protein and low on potassium
Right.
and low on so many things. But what do I eat in reality? I like cottage cheese and pineapple.
There you go.
I like cereal with a low-cal milk,
So
grapefruit, and fruit.
what we usually try to do for breakfast around here for you is,
Or egg whites.
if all else fails, it's always cottage cheese and pineapple, because I know you love that. And the other thing we have is a cereal.
And
And
egg
we
whites.
we try to get the multi-grain Cheerios because it
Yeah.
has 100% RDA, if that means anything.
Yes.
And then we put some fruit in there. If we have strawberries or blueberries. And then we're using that almond milk that has 0% potassium. Potassium.
Yeah, potassium. You sound like you came from a foreign country.
Potassium.
Potassium?
That's the way some people say
Potassium.
it.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to my Indian friends, and they
Yeah.
say potassium.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's very important. So that would be another thing, and then we'll have oatmeal too sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oatmeal's good.
But I don't drink any special drink or anything. I
No.
just eat what are low-cal, healthy foods.
Just low-cal, healthy
Generally.
foods, low in potassium, low in fat, maybe high in fiber. I don't know. Depends.
I don't eat meat, so to say. I
No.
would love to have bacon with some eggs, but I can't have the egg
No, we're not doing that too
yolks or
much.
the bacon, so it's egg whites.
Well, but we can make a
Yeah.
nice omelet. So we'll
Yes.
take a little cup, and we'll put in some chopped onions or red
Peppers.
peppers, or maybe some spinach,
Yeah.
and then maybe a little cheese and some egg whites.
And
you
that's
know what?
good.
That comes out pretty good.
That's good.
With
and it
like an
has-
English muffin or something like that.
Right, right.
That's
right,
fantastic.
Right.
So that's kind of what you've been eating, right?
Yes.
And a half a cup of coffee, right?
Oh, that's pains.
That's painful.
That pains, because I would like to have a number of cups of coffee in
Yeah.
a day, but a half a cup of coffee is
Well,
like taking a sip in the morning.
We're kind of
But
on
I
a
bear with it. It's
restricted
for
diet
my
there.
health, and you
That's
do
right.
what is good for you.
For you.
You know, for me, I do what's good, so
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
fine.
Fantastic.
I would say it is important to eat breakfast
yeah.
instead of skipping it. Like years back, people skip breakfast. I was one of those. But you need your 3 feedings 3 times to
Well,
eat a day.
sometimes I'd get up later and
Yeah.
I'd have breakfast and then I'd read the paper
Like a brunch.
and then I'd have lunch
Yeah.
right after. So that's
Yeah. Right,
I
right.
got to get up a little.
But thank you for
early.
asking.
So anyway, to reach Robin Stern with Be Better Not Bitter Inc., you could go to www.bbnb.org/fundraising, or you can call 678-685-9759. That's 678-685-9759. That's Robin Stern at Be Better Not Better. No, Bitter. Wait,
Be better, not bitter.
that's what it. That's hard to say. isn't it?
Okay.
Be Better Not Bitter Inc. All right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Robin. Really appreciate it. So I just wanted to mention that Mom and I are lucky enough to live here at Lake Barrington Shores in Lake Barrington, Illinois, and they have all these activities and things that are always kind of intriguing, but you got to show up and check them out. So lately, I've been checking more of them out than I ever did before because I sort of have a new lease on life, and I'll tell you why. It's because I've had this little sensitivity to caffeine with my heart and pitter patter, a little AFib, a little flutter. And a lot of times it's due to like maybe drinking a red wine with a different kind of tannin or having too much caffeine. And the next day I get this bump, and then it goes away. But lately it hasn't been going away. And I've been telling the doctor, you know what, just give me an ablation because it's a procedure that they can do to help get rid of that. And it's very common, and they do it a lot of people, I guess, that are my age group now. And it's a good thing to do so that you're not in and out of this irregular rhythm. You just stay in your regular rhythm, and that's fine. So basically, after this procedure, you could wake up in the morning and have a shot of whiskey and not have to worry about it. No, I'm kidding.
I hope not. No, the
I'm kidding.
whole main issue is you're going in tomorrow to have it done.
Yeah.
And it's something that person does not want done, but it's a new way of correcting
Well,
this with a very good doctor.
Yeah.
So it should be successful, And of course, anytime you go into the hospital for a procedure, it's a little bit of the element of a little bit of being scary.
Right.
So I wish you well tomorrow, and but I look forward to it making and helping your health so much better.
Well, Diane's going to be driving me. And,
right. Well, only one person gets to go to the hospital, and since I don't drive since I was 90, I'm not going. So I will be home, and Diane, his close friend, will take him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she might run out, and then it's going to take like 4 or 5 hours or something probably.
Well, only a couple of hours, but then recovery later.
2-3 hours.
Oh,
and
really?
Then recovery.
I don't know.
So that's what they said. So she might run out, and she'll come back, and she'll be waiting there for me. So she's nice enough to do that. So thank you, Diane, for driving me there and bringing me home.
My prayers will be with you tomorrow,
Thank you.
eldest son.
Thank you. I
It'll
hope
be
it goes
fine.
well.
It'll be fine.
Well, we checked out the doc. That's all he does. He's known as the cardiac electric guy. He's been doing these forever. He specializes in this type of treatment, but he's like the right man for the job. This is Dr. Raymond Kawasaki at Northwest Community Hospital.
Yes.
And that's all that he does. And I looked at his profile, and you know what he said when he was 5 years old? I want to be a surgeon. I'm sort of feeling like I have a new lease on life so that I could work out now more than 30 minutes and not have to worry about bum, because that's been happening now.
Well,
I ride my bike. I want to
successful.
sweat when I work out. I want to feel like I've worked out.
Yes.
If I can't do that, what's next? I'll run to the mailbox and be out of breath and keel over and have to call the ambulance. I mean, what the hell's going on? I'm too young to have that going on. So we're going to fix this. I'll be able to work out, and then I'll be in the best shape of my life, and that's where I want to be. And so what I've been doing is I've been playing my little guitar here and there, like I do the little lead-in for our show, Willin' by Little Feat, and I play the intro and the outro sort of with my version. And I played that, and I played the Eric Clapton song "Let It Grow," and I played a few other songs with a group here in LBS that met at the rec center. And I played like 7 songs or something, and then the guy goes, "Hey, could I play one?" And I guess they liked what I did.
Yeah.
And so I went to this Tai Chi thing on Friday morning at 9, and guess what? The lady goes, "You're the guitar guy, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was one of the guys."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Do you do that for a living?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Really?" I go, I wish. So it made me feel good that she actually thought I played good enough to do that for a living on the songs that I chose to play for them. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then they gave me a playlist of all these other songs to kind of go over, and hopefully they meet on Mondays at the guy's place here in LBS. Maybe I can start jamming with them a little bit, and we'll see what happens. So that's really thrilling right there. I love it.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
I was surprised, Mike, when Tuesday you announced that you were going up to see the president in Crystal Lake.
That's
and
right.
I go, "You are?"
Yeah.
So he did go up. Tell him what went on.
Well, President Joe Biden visited McHenry County, what was it, Fairgrounds or something over there? Yeah. In Crystal Lake, which is right over here, like 20 minutes away. So I had to try to go and see how close I could get. I didn't get very close, but it was kind of exciting. There was a lot of people there waiting to see him, and a lot of them had kind of nasty signs about him, so they weren't really fans of Joe Biden.
Well, that was
and that's basically why he
group.
went to this area, I think. But it was interesting. I got some videos of the helicopters and of the entourage kind of leaving there, and I don't know whether he was in there or was in the helicopter. I think the media was in the helicopters, but we listened to him a little bit while we were there, and I met a few people there that were, big fans of Biden like I am, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, thought it was interesting.
It was about as close as I'll ever get to that guy, probably. Anyway, it was fun.
Okay.
He should have gone. Yeah, that's
well,
right.
I didn't.
You didn't miss anything.
Well, I'll just say good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you, son.
Thank you.
Bye.
I love you too, Mom. All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Same bat channel, same bat time. 12 o'clock noon on Wednesdays.
All right.
See you later. Bye-bye.
I'll play it back.